Hey Slopers, Brian Johnson again from thestockminer.com doing a quick update for you where I see the markets. I wanted to wait and give the markets a chance to work themselves into the week before I did any videos for you guys. But here it is. All right, seeing the same type of thing happening on all the other indices. We're going to do the Dow. I'm going to do the NDX. Going to do the SPX today and keep it at that. As you can see here, got this dotted line drawn in here. I don't necessarily like this line all that much. It's just a lot more clear on the other indices, but we'll go over it anyway. So what we're seeing on the Dow here is a bit of a pullback. Now we had a gap down today, but it didn't go anywhere. Didn't really run with it. You know, wave threes, for those of you that have been through them, are just relentless. The selling pressure is just relentless in these wave threes. So I wasn't sold on it after about the first half an hour, 45 minutes of the day. I wasn't sold on this move to the downside. Started going back and looking at drawn lines and doing a amateur Elliott wave count, and just started to notice a new formation forming here. And what we're seeing in all the indices is this. It's a pullback, guys. This is a bull flag. Bull flags are bullish. All right, so until we bust through these levels down here and make this bull flag a broken formation, I must, in sticking to my plan and to my rules, I must look at this as a bullish. So I am still short-term bullish, longer-term bearish. But where are we at? Well, break up and over this 10,400 I think gives us a very good case to come back up here, break these highs, and get back to the 10,500-ish level, which is what I'm seeing on a daily. So you can see here that today we came back up and we closed right below the 50-day moving average, but a push above that 10,400 level I think takes us right back into the 10,500, maybe even towards the 10,600 level. We'll wait and see when we get up there. I just still think there might be a little bit of a tiny push left. That'll make the end of this week, and this end of this week is the end of the month. It'll make the end of the month look really, really pretty by the time it's all over with. Bouncing off the 20-day moving average today on that gap down, and the bulls just took over from there after that lower support held. So moving on, looking at the NDX, I'm going to show you these really quick because it's very obvious. This is just a bull flag. Bull flags are bullish. Breaking up and over 1820, I think eventually gets us above 1830. You can see here on a daily above 1822, 1823 is probably a little safer place to play this to long side because of the 50-day moving average again. I think it goes back into the 1840, 1850-ish area, somewhere around in here, maybe even 1860 before it stops on this move. Then from the SPX side, once again, a very, very clear looking bull flag. Push over 1105. Now there's all kinds of overhead resistance here, guys. I might play this up tomorrow for a few points, but man, I'll tell you what, I'm done by the end of the day, and I'm not holding over the weekend to the long side. I don't even care if it goes up a little bit early next week. It doesn't matter to me. There's 1105, there's 1108, there's 1112, there's 1115. There's all kinds of overhead resistance here. I'd be very, very, very careful playing this to the long side. I still believe the risk is to holding long rather than holding short in the longer term. All right, so let's skip to the daily, come back to the 60. I want to show you a couple things. Here you go. Touchdown on the 20-day moving average, move right back up. This was that gap down. That gap down gapped right to here, and it held to begin the day. And then it moved right back up again. Now we have this big hammer candle here. No, this is not overly bullish to me, nor is it overly bearish to me. This is just another candle in the overall consolidation of what we're seeing here. I play the candles in the context of the bigger picture, and this does not mean it's more bullish or more bearish than anything else. So a break up and over, though, you can see 1108 is that 50-day moving average. That's why I said 1105, 1108, 1112, 1115. You can just keep counting it up before we see maybe another stopping point to the upside. Now, what am I looking at here? Okay, so we've talked about the technical analysis side of this. This is a bull flag. It is bullish, so I'm looking to play this thing to the bull side. I have got to see, from a technical analysis standpoint, a broken formation before I can get more bearish on this move. And that would be a break back and below. I really want to see it break 1075, guys. Honestly, I know there's 1085, 1080, blah, blah, blah. 1075 is where I want this thing to go. I want it to get there. I want it to close below there. Now we can talk about a more bearish move. Then we can talk about this being a broken formation. But that's what I'm going to have to see from a TA standpoint in order to turn my attention more towards the bearish side. Like I said, in the short term, I've got to be short-term bullish. Now, I'm going to talk a little Elliott wave. Okay, so for those of you that don't understand Elliott wave, I'm about to speak Klingon. Just do your best. This could be, this does not look like a very clean 5. I just can't really see a 5 count in here, so I have to call it what it is, and I think with the overlapping waves, it makes a pretty good corrective wave. So from down here, A, B, or 1, 2, 3 makes an A, 1, 2, 3 makes a B, 1, 2, now maybe 3, then 4, then 5 to the upside to finish C. That would make it a 3, 3, 5 correction. Make total sense from that standpoint. That's kind of what I'm looking at from an Elliott wave standpoint. Target on that Elliott wave would also be about 1115 to 1120, which puts us right in the target area of what we're looking at here in the bigger scheme of things. And matches my technical analysis. Once again, I use Elliott wave as confirmation, not indication. Confirmation, not indication. So I'm seeing a good target there. What else could we be looking at? All right, you want me to make a bear case? We could have seen the end of wave 2 up here. Now we could be seeing a 1, 2, and then this could have been the start of 3, but you know that a lot of 3s do an extended wave, and that would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then a little bit larger 4, then a 5 down to finish the next wave. So we could be doing kind of a stutter step here, and that's very common in a wave 3. Wave 3s are notorious for doing that, a 1, a 2, and then a 1, 2, 3 move down. And then a 4, then a 5 to finish up. So very, very common to see that type of a move. However, a break over 1105 negates all of that for me. All right, so if this was the end of wave 2, we could see that. In either case, it's going to break down below here, and it's going to be a broken formation from a technical analysis standpoint. So either way, it makes for that bearish case. The other way to look at it is A, then a B, then this was 1, 2, 3. This was 4, and 4 is maybe a little A, B, and the gap down today was C of 4. And now we're about to start a 5 wave up to finish it. This could have been wave 1. Now we'll get a pullback for wave 2, then a push up for a bigger wave 3. If that happens, it makes sense. Why? Because that little 1, 2, 3 move to the upside creates an inverse head and shoulders. And guess what the target on an inverse head and shoulders would be if this pulled back to this 200, rolled around, and came back up? Gasp. 1115 to 1120. Go figure. So we have multiple confirmations on a move to the upside if we break above this level. If we break above it. You got to have that break first. Do not go into this with one bias one way or the other. Just know that there's a bear case and there's a bull case, and I can make either one of them at this point. We are in a tweener stage. I call it a tweener. We're just stuck in between this bear and bull side. Wait for a break. Let it break above this area. Then I think this bull flag will have taken its form. We'll see a little bit more of a push to the upside before a larger roll down. Or a break below to the 1075 area means this was wave 2, and now we have our move down now. Either way, overall, I think the move is down, not up. So for those of you that are holding long and maybe looking to hold into 1150 and above, you might have to sit through some pain before we actually make it back up to the 1150 area. If in fact we ever get up there. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. All right, there's my 2 cents. Hope you guys were able to follow that. Tried to make it as quick as I could so I don't waste a bunch of your time. I'll be back with you again hopefully this weekend. We'll talk about how this played out and talk about next week's trading coming into a brand new month of March. All right, take care, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.